So I recently picked up a huge box of Commodore games, and in the box was this game, Defender of the Crown. This is probably one of the best games of the era. It was on basically every system available, from Commodore to Atari ST, Amiga, and PC. I used to have this game. I don't remember if I played it on the Commodore or on an Atari ST, but it was a good game. You can see this is the original disc, and I also got the original manual with it. When I opened up the manual, inside the manual was somebody's notes, and I don't know how well you can see that, but it says Jousting, Wilfred Good, and so on and so on. These are all the characters in the game. So somebody was playing this game and making notes and keeping notes. But I thought I'd do a little demonstration of the game. More of an experience type of thing. There are plenty of videos I'm sure you can find for gameplay for Defender of the Crown. This is going to be more of a loading and playing kind of thing rather than the actual gameplay. So, like I said, this is the original disc, and you can see it doesn't have any write notches on it like these discs do. This is a write notch here that allows you to write to the disc, but there's no write notches on here, so I don't know if you're even able to save the game. This is also called a flippy disk, meaning it's a single-sided disc, but there's data on both sides, and at some point in the game when you're loading it, it'll tell you to turn the disc over. You can also see the two index holes, and a normal floppy only has one index hole. So, like I said, I'm going to do a gameplay on this on a real live Commodore, and I'm a purist. I prefer to play my games on actual hardware rather than emulators. There's just something about the actual hardware. So, but I'm going to do it on a SX-64. Since the screen is kind of small, 5-inch screen, I'm going to hook it up to an external monitor, but you can see the floppy disk. I actually don't have an external 1541 to run it on a regular breadbox 64, and also the keyboard. And to play the game, I'm going to use a joystick here. So this is a typical Commodore joystick. It's not an Atari joystick, but it's a third party. I don't know what it is. This is Action Joystick. There's a switch here for quick off and on. I really don't care what they do. There's not too much identification on it. And over here is the monitor I'm going to use. It's hooked up to the video port of the SX-64, but I'll turn on the SX-64 first here so you can see. Yep, it's not plugged in. Let me plug it in. Turn it on. I thought I turned it on. Oh, there it is. And again, I don't know how well you can see it. I can't do anything about the scan lines because this is an actual CRT, and like I said, the screen's very small. I really don't want to play any games on that, so I'm going to switch over to the TV monitor here and turn it on. Let's try to get the screen in a little bit better. And there you go. So I'm going to take the Defender of the Crown and put it into the floppy. And to load a game, you go like that. The sound is not hooked up to the monitor, so the sound will come from the SX-64. Give it a few minutes. This is loading from an actual disc. Like I said, I don't want to do it on emulation. There you go, listen to that. How's that for music? That's the classic Commodore 64 sound. I could listen to that for a long time. I'll let it go through some of the screens too. You can skip through the introduction by pressing either probably joystick or a keyboard. So it'll just loop. A little bit of introduction. And there's a whole bunch of different characters. Use the joystick to choose, and you can see their stats: leadership weak, jousting average, swordplay strong. I don't know who I'm going to play. He's good in everything, so I'll choose him. And the disc is loading, and it'll probably tell me to flip the disc in a moment. Again, you can skip through some of these screens pressing the joystick fire button, which is what I'm doing. Ah, there we go. Please flip disc over and press the joystick button. So now I turn it over to this side where it says boot the other side and press the button. And this is basically the statistics screen. October 11.99, income 3, gold 11, yada yada yada. Press the button and here's your map. It's supposed to be a map of England, and there's a bunch of different options. You can play a tournament, you can conquest somebody, you can raid a castle, you can buy your army, you can read your map, or you can just pass the screen, pass. If you pass it, they'll do other things. So let's go to read map. And if you look at the different territories, it'll tell you who's who. And this is Clyde, Clywyd, and this is me, of course. And we'll look at another one here. This is Nottingham, Wulfric the Wild. And there's nothing here. Owned by nobody. So let's go conquest. Let's see, I don't remember how to play this game. Let's go conquest, move army, put men into your army. Alright, so we gotta go buy army. So I don't want to do that. I want to buy army. And I got 31 soldiers. Actually, let's buy some knights too. Let's buy at least one knight. And we'll get done. Of course, this is my pass. My turn is passed. Things are happening. You can see other people are conquering empty territories. This is 1 month has passed. So we'll do this. Move army. Put men into your army. That's how do you do this? Transfer. Oh, there we go. I will take half my army and done. And move my army to here. This is the end of my turn. This is signaling the beginning of my next turn. My income's gone up because I have another territory. And we'll just do one quick thing. We'll do a tournament. We'll play for land. And this is the joust, if it ever loads. There's the spectators. I have to use the joystick to knock him off, which I did. And you can see, I think that's my flag, meaning I just won that land. What did I lose? Let's read this map here. Oh, I thought I won that. I guess I didn't. That's me. I guess I didn't win. Anyways, like I said, I didn't want this to be a whole long gameplay kind of thing. It was more of an experience of loading an actual floppy and then waiting for that load and flipping it over, etc. and so on. Anyways, thanks.